Let's get straight to the point of the video. Individualism versus collectivism. I am a individualist, but before that, we'll explain collectivism. I will explain collectivism. Now, basically, collectivism is that a human, which is an individual, humans are individuals, that's why we have a fucking name, but basically, individuals, humans, are servient for either the state, the group, or all of society. Basically, they sacrifice all of their free will for the sake of the state, the group, the whole entire collective. It's like being a people pleaser, is what basically collectivism is. But collectivism is a society where no one has free will. And basically, no independent thought. No one's allowed to think for themselves. No one's allowed to be independent for themselves. Any of those things is basically collectivism. Everyone thinks the same. Everyone is just basically, no one has any personality, individuality. Every totalitarian system has been collectivist, and collectivism is a failure. And I will explain why. Now, collectivism is a failure because collectivism is a evil, grotesque system that has killed hundreds of millions of people around the world. Because collectivism is a system that leads to a dictatorship, and collectivism is a system that does not care about human rights, because that's what dictatorships are really meant to do: destroy human rights and control other people. Now, the myth of collective rights. Collectivists like to say, forget about human rights, forget about individual rights. We will have collective rights, is what the collectivists would say. But the truth is, there is no such thing as collective rights. Collectivists want the right to control you and take away your free will. And that is what they mean by collective rights. The collective control, as you can see in the picture. You know, the social control. They want to social program you. They want to create a specific social order. And that order is about stripping away all of your free will. Now, collectivists are mostly and always racist. For example, Hitler and his Nazi ideology. Hitler hated Jewish people because they were Jewish. He killed 6 million Jewish people because they were Jewish. He believed that Jewish people were not white. And he was a national socialist, which is basically socialism specifically for your race. That is something both the right and left have in common. They're both focused on race. But that's what Hitler was, a national socialist, a race-based socialist. That's what today's white nationalists are. They are race-based socialists. They are racist socialists is what they are. They blame Jewish people for every single thing. They hate everyone who's not white. They believe every single non-white person is violent, and they blame the Jewish people. And another ironic thing about these white nationalists is that these people used to call themselves anti-communists, but they themselves are communists. They're socialists. They're collectivists. Now, Marxism is class-based collectivism, but not only that, Marxism is race-based collectivism as well. Karl Marx himself hated black people and Jewish people. Now, people who call themselves black nationalists or black radicals and BLM are a bunch of socialists, and they are racist because they are all about hating white people. They want to destroy white people. They think every single white person is bad and racist just because they're white. But they want to destroy your free will. They see free will as an association with whiteness. They are a bunch of Marxist socialists who hate white people and they want to destroy freedom and capitalism. That is their main focus. They want to keep racism alive. They don't want you thinking for yourself. They don't want any black person thinking for themselves. All they want to do is to destroy capitalism, freedom, and be a part of the collective, the black collective, because they hate white people and capitalism so much. And that is evil. Now, America, a country that's influenced by the ideas of Aristotle and the European Enlightenment ideas, the age of reason, is what America is built on. America is built on those ideas: human rights, individual rights, individualism is what America was built on. Individual rights, reason, secularism, and individual rights. Now, when I say I am an individualist does not judge people based on male or female, based on the color of their skin or race. An individualist judges someone based on their character and their actions. That's what an individualist does. An individualist is someone who recognizes human rights and recognizes that humans are individuals. When someone does something bad, like violate other humans' rights, you judge them as an individual. When someone does something really good and really great, you celebrate them as an individual, because individualists believe in human rights. Now, this wonderful lady, Ayn Rand, the philosopher of objectivism, truly understood individualism. She understood individualism better than all of the Enlightenment thinkers, better than John Locke, better than all classical liberals. Her philosophy, objectivism, is the absolute best philosophy that defines individualism. And so is that handsome man, Leonard Peikoff, who is also alive today and one of the smartest living people who kept the philosophy of objectivism alive. He is the best living objectivist, smarter than anyone at ARI. Now, individualism is not loneliness and isolation. Individualism is respecting yourself and having self-esteem and respecting others as individuals. Because things like relationships, friendships, and social connection requires individualism, because you recognize and respect other people's individuality and they respect your individuality. Individualism is having a mutual respect as human beings. Because a true individualist is someone who does care about people. They care about themselves, they respect themselves, and they care about other human beings, people who they have relationships with, friendships with, people that they choose to value. Because individualism is about voluntary choice. People get along and have peaceful relations when the choice is voluntary, when they have a choice. Collectivism is about force. Individualism is about choice. The choice to pick your friends, pick the people you care about. That is what individualism is. That is what a free society is. And yeah, that's my video on individualism. And that is why I am an individualist, like Ayn Rand and Leonard Peikoff, who are radical individualists.